Welcome, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about using Q in QuickSight to analyze store productivity for retail stores. I'm Brian Platt, and I'm the Director of Data Science at Ironside, with over 20 years of experience in machine learning and data analysis.
I'm Jackson Dowden, and I'm a Partner Solutions Architect at AWS, and I specialize in data analytics and Amazon QuickSight.
One of the things that's very important when you're doing analysis of retail stores is understanding which stores are being productive and which ones need to improve their productivity. This can tell you a lot about the store layout, the store planning, what kind of stores you want to build in the future. And that's an important thing as you can make real estate decisions, which is a really expensive part of the retail business. Starting from our Amazon QuickSight retail dashboard, we can scroll down to our section on analyzing store productivity. Here we've created two visualizations using two separate metrics for measuring store productivity. In the first visual on the left, we're using a scatter plot to compare the square footage of our stores against the average daily sales. In the tree map visual on the right, instead of looking at store size and square footage, we have divided each store's daily sales by their employee headcount. The larger the block, the higher the employee headcount, and the darker the orange color, the higher the productivity.
Another way to think of these metrics is that the first is looking at store size and is used to evaluate if we're using space effectively, whereas the second metric is used to measure how productive our employees are. For stores where we see low employee productivity, this could be due to low individual performance, which could be potentially addressed with increased training, or it could be due to something like overstaffing, where we see diminishing returns in productivity per additional employee. Either way, these metrics are still high level and require further investigation and analysis to draw any meaningful conclusions.
Looking at the plot of store productivity by square footage, there seems to be a positive correlation between size and sales. But we can ask Amazon Q some probing questions to take a closer look and do this analysis. So if we ask Q, what are the top 10 stores by floor productivity? Now we've got results from Q. This measure of floor productivity is a calculated field where we've divided sales by square footage. Here, Q has responded with a few different visuals, including a bar chart showing the top 10 stores ranked by this metric, in addition to some KPIs, a map visual, tabular details, and some textual insight.
Now, when we analyze the bar chart of the top stores by productivity, stores 1 and 2 are clearly the highest performers. However, while the data here is accurate, it doesn't really tell us much about why these stores are performing better or what's similar about them.
This is where we can use Q to continue our ad hoc investigation, asking follow-up questions that were surfaced with these previous query results. So if we change our Q question to ask, what are the location tags of the top 10 stores by floor productivity? Now we've adjusted the question. And this is specifically to request the location tag of the top stores. The location tag in our data set clarifies the different types of stores. This is going to include mall anchors, it's going to include standalone stores, and it's going to include stores that are in strip malls. We submit a question, we get a response that shows these new visuals, grouping these stores into these three categories. Now that we can see the stores grouped by type and ranked by productivity, we get a better understanding of store performance. The three types of stores are outlined here: standalone stores or lone buildings, stores that are part of a strip mall, mall anchor stores, which are large stores within shopping malls. Looking at the productivity, we see that the standalone stores are the most productive, which you might expect because these are typical larger stores. However, mall anchor stores are also large stores, and yet they are seeing the lowest productivity.
To understand what factors are influencing this productivity would require further investigation, like looking at how store type affects customer experience, or looking at the consumer profile of shoppers at each location type. But through our analysis and ad hoc exploration, we've surfaced additional insights to drive further investigation. And we could use this to influence our decision-making moving forward, perhaps using these insights to decide which store sizes and types to prioritize as we continue to expand our business and purchase additional properties. And once again, we were able to use the Amazon QuickSight dashboard and Q's Q&A functionality to explore and understand our data, asking and refining questions in natural language, and translating visuals to meaningful insights that can drive our business decision-making.